When we docked in Rhodes, all I had on my mind was this beautiful beach, and I was like, I need to get to Anthony Quinn Bay, but somehow I ended up in a moat on our trek to get a car rental. Instead of I'm in a boat, it's like, I'm in a moat. I'm in a moat. I'm probably aging myself with that SNL reference. But we were supposed to take this bridge right over my shoulder, and somehow we ended up walking down. Then we realized the old town of Rhodes has 2 moats, so we just went back the way we came. Welcome back to my series where I'm showing you guys everywhere I went with Celestyal Discovery Cruise Ship. And today we have a port day in Rhodes. So far we've been having tender cities, but today we are docking in Rhodes, so that means you can get on and off the ship as much as you want. And Rhodes is a huge island, so don't think you're just going to get off at port and stick around there. You're going to want to explore all over the place because Rhodes has so much to offer. It's got beaches, all kinds of things, so let's jump into it. Where you get dropped off in port is probably about a 15 to 20 minute walk over there to the windmills and things. But if you're just going into the city center, you're just going to walk right into the city center, honestly. It's maybe like a 5-minute walk. And Rhodes Old Town is this old medieval city, and it's got so much to see. There's all this historical stuff. There's just cool aesthetic stuff. This is the best shopping around. I would say save all your money for Rhodes because it's super cheap, guys. I mean, if you're not looking for location-specific souvenirs, like if you're just looking for maybe Greek jewelry or Greek bags or, you know, dresses, that sort of thing, Rhodes is the place to go. Everything was very affordable. And again, as you window shop, you'll find a bunch of different things, but just kind of shop around. But the prices here were amazing. For example, this bag, I was seeing bags everywhere for maybe 40 euros, 50 euros. This one was only 18 euros. Same with like these Greek shirts. They were selling everywhere for about 50 euros, and I got them for 25 euros each. The jewelry was also really affordable. Like this bracelet here was only 10 euros. So definitely get your shopping done in Rhodes. Also, definitely wear walking shoes because these roads are intense. There's like slick slate, and then you have these little pebble stones and cobblestones. So you're going to be walking on really uneven surfaces. So getting into my day, of course, you know, I had to start my day with a Freddo cappuccino. So I went into this cute little bakery, and look how fun these are. They had so many good desserts. I should have tried more desserts in Greece, but I guess it just means I'll have to go back. But I got my Freddo cappuccino, and then we started exploring the city. Honestly, you don't really need to spend money on an excursion here because just walking around the city is like its own world. You feel like you've really been transported back in time. So I feel like walking around the old city is kind of excursion enough. I mean, even when you look up, they have those old water spouts. It's just very medieval and cool. And just to warn you again, this is a really hilly city, so you're going to be going up and down a lot. Not to mention, if you do go inside any of the castle at all and things, you're going to have to like go up the stairs. There's definitely not like elevators all over the place. It's definitely like a stair and, you know, hard stone street city. So after we explored a lot of the old town, it was time to head over to the beach because, as you know, that's what I wanted to get into. We came across this €1 stop. So again, cheapest shopping, guys. You can get everything you could possibly want. I had already gotten all the souvenirs I wanted, so I resisted temptation and just kept walking to the car rental. And in Rhodes, I definitely suggest getting a car because it's pretty hot and you're going to want that air conditioning. But also there's a lot of trucks and things on the road that to me is really intimidating when you have something like a scooter. So you're going to want to have a car so that, you know, even these buses and things, there's a lot of moving traffic. Plus, cars are faster and Rhodes is so huge, you're gonna wanna get places pretty fast. So I think a car is your best option. And just a heads up, Greek drivers are something else. So definitely get that insurance. So we finally made our way over to Anthony Quinn Bay. Now, just so you know, there are 2 bays. This is Plaka on the right-hand side, but you're going to want to go up the hill over to Anthony Quinn Bay, which is on the left-hand side. Their parking lot was full, so we had to park on the hill, and we didn't really trust our manual, so we put some stones under the tires to make sure it didn't roll down the hill. And trust me when I say the walk is worth it, guys, because look at this view. You should definitely bring a towel and some water shoes because the only seating over here is on the rocks, really. I mean, you're going to be spending most of your time in the water just floating around, but you can rent like sunbeds and stuff like that. And they've got a beach bar over here as well. But we wanted to go back and eat back in Old Town because Old Town was really cool. So we went to this little spot over here. And my friend got this fish that he said tasted just like tuna. And then I got the grilled octopus, which I was like craving octopus in Greece. I mean, look how happy I was in this video. I was so happy eating octopus there. Oh, this was the little shop where I got the bag. I'll leave their information down below, like my 2 favorite shops. And I thought it was so funny they had a Zorba the Greek poster over there. I've never seen the movie, so my friend was like, we need to have a Greek wine night and watch the movie. I was like, okay. And then I kept seeing this gray gelato everywhere, and I was like, what the heck flavor is gray? So, you know, I had to try it. So I got it and it was really good. It was kind of like a vanilla, like a toasted vanilla flavor. Maybe in between like cotton candy and vanilla. And my friend got this giant milkshake. I felt bad because I rushed my friend because I thought we had to get back to the boat, but we actually had another half hour. So my bad, friend. I was surprised to see everybody was like partying it up when we got back on the boat. So I don't know if they didn't get off or they came back on the boat early. But my spot was still open. This was kind of like my go-to spot for the whole trip. And I loved turning my chair around and just watching us pull out of port or just staring at the ocean and sunbathing. It was such a vibe. And the fun thing with Celestyal is every time you leave a port, they have kind of a goodbye party to the port. So that was always a lot of fun to have music blasting and stuff as you're pulling away. They actually had so many different activities. They had dancing, games, all sorts of stuff going on all the time. So if you're thinking about taking a Celestyal cruise, just know that there's so much to do. It's not just kind of transportation to and from islands. There's pool parties, there's really good food, there's entertainment, and they have all kinds of entertainment. This night they had a violin show, and then they had the captain give this speech later on in the night. And then they also had a cabaret, which was really cool. So in between eating and drinking and sunbathing, there's a lot of stuff going on. But as you guys know, I had to go see my girls because I love those girls who played every night in the martini bar. So had to go see them again. And as we were going to sleep, we realized just how rocky the boat was going to be that night because we were going in between Rhodes over to Crete, and I guess it was really choppy. So just to warn you, it gets choppy sometimes. All right, let's do a quick recap. So the boat port is going to be a dock. So you're going to be at the dock. The boat will be right there for you to go on and off. Celestyal offers a number of excursions. It's really up to you, but you don't necessarily need it. The port is right next to the port city. I suggest renting a car, as we spoke about earlier. Anthony Quinn Beach was the one I was most excited to see, but there are a number of different beaches throughout Rhodes. And again, an idea of the pricing, I really suggest getting souvenirs in Rhodes. Remember, there was that one stop where everything was even €1 too. If this video made you add Greece to your bucket list, drop a blue heart down in the comments so I know that I'm doing a good job. As always, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want more Greek content, hit that subscribe because tomorrow I'm taking you to Crete. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out this playlist. I'm putting all my Greek content right there for you. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. And here's the one that YouTube thinks you will like the most. See you there.